Matter of fact, I did a vegan shepherd pie, and my son's best friend came over the house, and he was eating it. He was like, "Man, this shit is hella good."
Vegan shepherd pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did the possible meat.
Yep.
The mixed vegetables. Instead of mashed potatoes, I used butternut squash.
And how do you get it to make that consistency though?
I just cooked it and I put everything. I put the butter. I boiled the butternut squash and made like a mash.
Yep.
Just put it on top of it.
I got a little question for that too.
Does the vegan go against everything that you've learned in culinary school? Like, is it you know what I'm saying? Like, where you learned one way to cook only certain types of
I think for me,
courses.
I think for me, it enhances what I learned.
Oh, it makes your brain go.
Yeah, because I love like my favorite food is salad. I eat a salad probably like every day.
Salad,
yeah. My kids get mad. They be like, "Man, Daddy, eat some real food." Yeah. I eat a salad. I didn't eat a salad like every day.
Is there meat in it and all that, or you just all straight greens?
I just like I go to like Trader Joe's got a good ass vegan ranch salad, right? I eat a whole bag of that by myself. But see, I fucked up because I gave my kids my wife some. Now they love it. Just like when I was cooking for Mayor Tubbs, I was doing his meal planning. I do like vegan spaghetti. Well, no, he didn't know. He thought it was meat. No, man, this is these crumbles, man.
Bro,
Zucchini.
We especially recently, him and I, we've been hearing all this shit of vegan food is good, and it's like, bro, no way. And
bro,
he said you ain't my vegan food.
Check this out.
We're rolling? Yeah.
Are we live right now? You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do.
Yeah, we live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna show you this right here. This is what I'm working on, man.
It's okay.
This real talk.
See, you always working on something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
not you in the kitchen, it's you over here in the lab coming up with actual product that you still pushing. Yeah. I want to get into that, actually. I want to actually descriptively know what we've got over here representing on these tables. He actually got a colorful selection for us.
What you about to show us right now? What kind of phone is that, bro?
The Z Fold.
You see how he opened it?
That's what I'm working on.
Vegan for everyone.
That's the actual
show
website.
Show the camera right there in the front.
Go ahead. Yeah, please.
Right in front.
Right here?
Yep, right here in front.
This one?
Yep.
Vegan for everyone. See that on camera for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, so you really open up the whole menu now. It's not. You're really opening up the whole menu now.
Got to, man.
Oh my goodness! So you're changing the whole lifestyle.
I mean, I'm still gonna cook whatever. Just like I'm going to Vegas next Saturday for I'm flying out. I'm getting flown out to cook for a dinner party for 10. I'm gonna cook what they want, and she knows. She was like, "Yeah, chef, I don't want no chickpeas, and I don't want no." I said, but she know because I cook for because they flew me out to Tampa last year, and I did some vegan food. She loved it. Yeah. Matter of fact, it helped her with her diabetes. She off the pills.
Oh wow.
I'm telling you, man, the food, man, everything correlates to food, bro.
Say that.
I mean, you'd be surprised how many people I done cooked for, man, that had like diabetes, high blood pressure, different type of health ailments, change their diet.
Yep.
Wow.
You got to think about it. A pill just masks the problem. It don't make it go away.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the doctors know that they want you to come back.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you something. We all, man, one of the raws, like, I know somebody who had a heart problem, right? And I was like, Google up Dr. Baxter Montgomery. He's a doctor in Houston. Now, Houston got some of the best healthcare in the United States. People don't know that.
Yeah.
Houston got some of the best doctors. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. And so he's a cardiologist. So he was going through, well, he was just medicated his people.
Yep.
And then so he turned the back of his office into a restaurant, plant-based. Man, he had people, man, had the Widowmaker. The artist is called up, you finna die. It's like, put them on a plant-based diet while they through an IV while they in the hospital. 2 weeks later, the arteries cleared up.
Whoa.
So it's documented.
Yeah, through the consumption of food is
what's documented, yes.
Now, how is that affecting the model of this is what it's supposed to be? Because that's disrupting what the world knows, right? Because, I mean, think about it. How much money are they making on a sense of just being a doctor to what they're saying of just keeping it how it is? Now, he just switched it up, right, by putting a whole new system and showing that it works. Do the system want that, or is they going to try to push it?
Like, Kaiser has, like, Kaiser LA they have plant-based doctors, man.
Okay.
Dr. John Baptiste. Because you got Kaiser Southern Cal, you got Kaiser out here now, just starting to adopt that, man.
Okay,
just now.
I didn't know because like I'm assuming that they don't want that to come in because it's gonna.
Man, it's a lot of doctors, man.
Yeah,
just like it's a book called, I think it's a Chinese study. It's like 3,000. We got the worst diet in the world. And everybody who had every ailment came down. They changed their diet, man. Then it looks like you cured.
See, now that's what I didn't realize. Like, making the transition, people always, they want to help their life to preserve their life in the future. Now, what I'm getting from you is at the end of the day, you could be going through something right now, and changing your diet with your food right now could still help you out right now, not even for the future. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to be able to absorb for all my young listeners and the ones that really don't want to make the transition. It's like, yeah, you might be benefiting yourself by eating differently. You might be benefiting for the future, but like, hey, you don't know what's going on internally. So like, make that diet. You really, like you say, you will feel good.
Man, beautiful.
Well, as like an example, I ain't gonna lie. Like for myself, bro, I've noticed I used to eat seconds all the time. I was big on portions. I would just stuff myself.
Yeah.
Where now I'm seeing through the last like 6 months, I've been eating my one solid plate, leaving it had a good portions and leaving it at that, and I feel great that night and even going into the next morning. And it's like, it's funneling differently, I guess you could say. Whereas I feel like I was to pack my stomach so much.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
It does, but see, you gotta think about it, right? The human body was never designed to eat no meat, man.
I've never heard that too
See, but
much.
this is
Quaz.
so crazy.
The human body was never designed.
When God created the earth, Adam and Eve was vegan, bro. The kingdom of God, they was vegan. It wasn't no In-N-Outs. It wasn't no Chipotle.
Say that.
It wasn't no. It was eating stuff off the earth.
Say that.
You
Fruits
feel
and
what I'm saying?
vegetables.
Yeah, fruits and vegetables, man.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying?
They wasn't hunting and killing.
Thank you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So man, everything's about money.
Nowadays.
Okay, but he's looking and following you for a little bit. Your menu was always. So did you always believe this though? And then you just were pushing out the product.
I was fighting it.
Okay.
I was fighting myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, last time I post and cook, I want to eat it, man. I might eat a bowl of cereal. I might eat some. I post my kids to eat it, my wife or whoever. But sometimes when I cook, I don't even eat.
I mean, I see you make like, you do other things other than the vegan. I see sometimes on your profile, you got the short ribs, great short ribs.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So it's like when you saying sometimes when you make those, you're not always consuming it?
Oh, bro, I might it's just sometimes.
It looks elegant.
I think sometimes just me smelling so much food, and I just don't be having an appetite after I eat, because you think about it, like, have y'all seen the documentary, The Game Changers on Amazon?
I haven't.
Watch it.
The Game Changers.
On Amazon.
It's based off food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Arnold Schwarzenegger's on there. He's like, man, real men eat meat. He said, man, that's a marketing ploy. You don't got to eat no meat. You don't. You got to think about it. And so they had the Tennessee Titans on there, and Derek Morgan, his wife Chastity, she was fixing his plant-based meals, and recovery time was better. Everything was better. So half the team started eating vegan, man.
Now,
and they had their best season when they switched. A lot of people switched, they had their best season, man. He's straight plant-based vegan.
What? If you can possibly explain what is plant-based? Like, what is a plant-based? What is Beyond Meat? Like, what is that?
Okay, the difference is Beyond Meat has no soy in it, Impossible has a little soy in it.
Okay, there we go.
So so like plant-based really, like plant-based doesn't eat like, it's like more like vegetables, rice, quinoa, chickpeas, couscous, legumes, beans, avocado, things like that, lettuce, vegetables, and vegan, they could they have like vegan, like plant-based meats, like chicken, plant-based, and then like prime example, like Atlas Monroe.
Okay.
Her vegan chicken.
Yep.
That's the best in the world. She was on Shark Tank.
Oh.
They tried to lowball her. She said no. Man, brother, check this out, man.
Talk to me.
I took my girl up in Sacramento, Pure Soul Eats.
Yep.
She sell it. So I went up there. I couldn't find it. It was nobody. She was the only one out here to have it. Yeah. I drove to Sacramento, man. My kid, they was like, hey, man, you got this ain't no chicken.
Yeah,
man, it's off the chain.
It's not, but it tastes like chicken.
Yeah, how she make it, it's off the chain. She got the number one vegan chicken in the world.
Well, now what is it? Is it fried, baked?
No, they fried. You make a sandwich.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh okay, like a little National Tender type thing. Okay,
yeah, man, Adams Monroe, man. So what I do that. So I do like smothered chicken. So I'll make that. I do a vegan gravy. Then I'll make some vegan mac and cheese instead of. So I use vegan cheese instead of cream. I use cashew milk or cashew cream, And then it's just the same concept. You make the roux, you just removing the dairy.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? And then I do some vegan greens to the chicken broth. I use vegetable broth.
So in a sense, the vegan it makes you have more fun while you're cooking now. It opens up.
It does. It ain't like just the same. It's like, okay, I can take these chickpeas, I can simmer in a broth, and then I can get them real nice and smooth, get a texture, and I can get some pita pockets and this stuff and put a spread in it. Boom, it's done.
What?
And it's simple, man.
What? It is simple.
My mouth is watering.
And your kitchen, I'm sure your kitchen and like your dishes or your sink smells a lot better now. And
just, your sense, it's like if you stop eating meat, your senses is better. You can smell better. You know why? Because a lot of mucus is leaving your body.
Wow. I've been hearing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like dairy, cow milk is made for a 50-pound, 100-pound calf. It ain't made for us. That's why I got to get pasteurized. They ain't nothing but cow blood and mucus until they get cleaned out.
Wow. Hold on.
Y'all listening, right?
Definitely. We skipped some steps. Let's announce who we got in the building today, man. We got Chef Kwaz over here in the Blowing Smoke podcast, man. If y'all tuning in, hell yeah, bro. We appreciate you for pulling up for real,
for sure,
bro.
Man. Thank you for having me, man. Definitely. Appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah, man. Like Chef Kwaz, let the people know, like, where you from? Like, how did you get to this where you're at now?
I was born and raised in Oakland.
There we go.
Born and raised in Oakland. I cooked my first meal when I was 7. I fried some chicken, burned some Thai ramen, cooked some corn. My mother cried.
I heard this story. Why did she cry?
Because she just couldn't believe I did it. I was the only child.
Okay.
So 7 years old. So always been in the kitchen. Always been in the kitchen.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because kitchen, like everybody in the kitchen is like life. You know, food is like food. Like I tell my wife, I never knew food was this powerful. So many conversations over food. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, man. Like I had cooked for an admiral. He just came back. I cooked for him and his wife. At the end of the day, man, he's showing me his Born Arrow collection. He giving me a tour of this. I mean, I done cooked for him like 12 times the last 3 years.
Wow.
Over some food. You know what I'm saying? Just conversation piece.
Relationship.
Relationship. To me, I'm a people person, man. I can't sit in the office, man. I go crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm a people person. So for that, I went to the military. You know, I'm a vet. Got 3 kids. No problem. Got 3 kids. Got a 30-year-old, 14, 15-year-old. Been married for 23 years.
God bless.
I met my wife in 1985, and I told her I'm gonna marry you one day. She started laughing.
Yeah.
God bless the wife.
Yeah.
God bless the wife.
23 years later.
Yeah. And so then it was always sports and food with me. You know, I was always cooking at the barbershop in Oakland, cooking in the backyard. You know, and I came with Kwaz. Everybody called me Kwaz. So I came with Kwaz and cooked. You know what I mean? And so I was always cooking.
Around what time did you come up with Kwaz and cook?
When I was in culinary school.
Okay. Where'd you go? Le Cordon Bleu?
Yeah, Le Cordon Bleu in Sacramento.
Did you? You went
okay. Yeah, Le Cordon Bleu.
Nice.
And this is more recent? Is it like
I
back
got to culinary school 20 was 16, 17, somewhere around.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and so that was fun, but it was challenging. I'll get to that later. And so then after me just cooking all the time, it was always food and sports. So I had wanted to be a football scout, right?
Okay.
So I was taking these courses and learning, and I was going through sports management worldwide. So I got invited to the combine.
Interesting.
The combine in 20. No, it was 2000.
Is it before Culinary?
Before Culinary, yeah.
Okay.
And so it was Mike Tomlin rookie year, put like that.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, so this is back in the day.
Okay.
So
wait, did you play football?
Yeah, I play football.
Yeah. So is that did they? So you seen it as like I can coach maybe one day or
I coached you. I coached high school before. I coached youth style. Coached you.
Okay.
So I was a scout. So I was working for a lot of different agents. So I fly around the country. I evaluate players.
Really?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that.
For what school? I mean, like.
No, I did that as. I was just like I had agent friends.
Nice.
So you know
something you enjoy doing.
Yeah. So I said, Kwaz, we're gonna fly you to Georgia, go look at this player and do your evaluation.
Let us know.
I did that, and so it was always food and sports. And piggyback, fast forward. Rewind. So when I was in Oakland, Calvin Andrews, my boy, he worked Clutch Sports now. He an agent for Clutch Sports.
Wow.
And so he had the Oakland Soldiers, Slam Jam, all that.
Hell yeah.
So me and my buddy Leland used to run his tournaments in San Francisco.
Wow.
And so I seen LeBron James. I remember one time he called me. He said, Kwaz, man, this kid, man, he said, man, I'm gonna go pick with LeBron James. So who was that? You'll see.
And
so it was the EYBL tournament we had at Cal.
Yep.
It was LeBron James, Leon Poe, Mondo, I think
Mondo,
Tofi,
wow.
playing against Chucky Hayes. Nigga, LeBron had like 35 points in 3 quarters.
Like that, though.
Like that, yeah. Like that, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So did it get to a professional level?
Nah. I got some trouble, lost my scholarship.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't in the military. So I was doing the sports, and then so I went to the combine. I met Mike Tom at 2 o'clock in the morning, Steak and Shake. So the combine's like this, like during the day, everybody testing, everything. So like about 11 o'clock, it don't shut down, but everybody go out and eat. So I'm sitting there talking to Sean Payton, you know, this person. I'm talking to Lovie Smith. I'm talking to Rich Eisen from NFL Network. I'm just chopping it up. Yeah. And so
you just name dropping.
As a side note, did food get involved in any of these conversations?
No, not the time, but I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Okay.
So I was with Matt Moore and his boys and his people. And I met the lead scout, Kelvin Fisher, for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the club. We in the club like 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, hey, man, I'm here. I got invited to the combine. He can't just go. I got invited. So I went to the combine. I said, okay, man. He said, you know, here go my name, my number, give me information. And so I was in the Mike Tomlin came. I said, hey, Coach Mike Tomlin, man, it's good to meet you, man. I said, I just met Calvin Fisher. He told me to send my resume. He said, no. He said, fuck that. Send that shit to me.
Ooh.
We got to take care of his own. And God, my witness, the day of the combine, Kevin Colbert, the GM manager, called me and told me to send my resume over. My wife did it, sent it over. I went to training camp that year.
Oh, wow. Look how God worked,
bro,
though.
that's dope.
Damn, Kwaz.
And then so the thing about it, and then so the thing about it is like, I was supposed to chart Lawrence Timmons play. But he got hurt. He hurt his groin, so he went to New York. So I was working with Lamar Woodley. I was just charting his plays, what he's doing.
Wow.
I went there 2 years in a row.
Wow.
Then I stopped because my daughter started running track again, and she started being noticed, and I didn't want to miss it. Because they offered me an internship.
Because I'm sure being a scout takes up a lot of time,
really
right?
That guy.
They offered me an internship. Yeah. I have to move out there. But I told him I said I couldn't because my daughter, at the time, was my only child. Man. I said, I don't want to miss these years. And he wrote me an email back. He said, I appreciate that because you'll know when that time go by, you can't get it back.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So he understood it as well, too. No bad blood. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever watched the Adam Sandler movie on Netflix as a scout, when he's a scout and he's traveling the world, he's never home?
But the basketball,
the basketball one. I'm sure it's similar to football. It's right. You're always on the road.
Yeah. So then that happened. And I was like, damn. So, okay, I stay home, and then I'm still cooking. And so, like I was saying, how social media could be a blessing. So, at the time, there was a dude on Twitter called the Kitchen King. So I'm going back and forth. He said, man, you full of good. I was like, man, you know, I want to go to school. He said, why? He said, what's stopping you? And so he turned it, that's my mentor, Chef Aline. He in Atlanta. He run Atlanta, man. He was on tour for Justin Bieber for 2 years around the world cooking.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? He showed me a video. They drive into a floating kitchen in the middle of an Italian sea. He cooking, yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was with Justin Bieber. So he said, what's stopping you? I went to culinary school. It was like, okay,
that was the motivation, him?
No, it was just like, okay, he's like, why not do it? I was trying to figure a way, how can I want to go to culinary school to be properly trained.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people like say, yeah, you can cook, but certain stuff, like I didn't know about secondary sauces and 5 mother sauces and temperature control. You know, we just know it's hot, it's cold. You know how to bring stuff back up. I did a lot of little stuff I didn't know.
He's dropping gems.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't know how to. We walk in the room and Foundation 3 is a whole pig on there. It said debone this whole pig and stuff it. And know how to cut. I didn't know nothing about airline breast. Or airline chicken breast, stuff like that.
Wow.
I didn't know about consommé soup. I didn't know nothing about chicken Caesar. So I didn't know about it. It was just chicken, ribs. It was turkey necks, turkey wings.
Right.
Lamb, fish, salmon. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know about Brenzino. This a cross between a trout and a bass. It's a hybrid fish. I don't know about a lot of stuff like that.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I didn't know. I was in school and I love learning.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, I don't know about, cutting plain. You just cut a potato up. I ain't know about how, like when you cut your stuff evenly, it cooks evenly. It cooks quicker.
Wow.
Sometimes, you got chunks here. You got big chunks, small chunks.
Yes.
The small chunks is done soft, but the big chunks are hard.
Yes.
Because it ain't cut evenly.
Right.
Simple thing.
Man.
And so I did that. And then I was in culinary school lifting weights. I tore my shoulder up. So I tore my bicep tendon, my rotator cuff, and the bone chipped off. And so I was like, damn. And so I said, I had to have surgery. I was like, well, I told the director, she said, well, come back. I said, nah. I said, if I stop, I'm in a good place. I ain't going to come. So I had a 5.5-hour surgery December the 14th, December the 16th. I was back at school.
You right out of surgery?
Yeah. A day later. Couldn't take no pills or nothing. Mind you, and so my wife was commuting. She worked in Livermore. I had to sleep on the counter for 3 months. I couldn't dress myself for probably like about a month. My arms like this.
Yes.
So every morning I had to get up at 4:30. My wife would dress me for school.
God bless.
I go back on the couch.
How you cutting? You cutting everything up still?
I was no. At first I couldn't hardly do nothing.
Right.
So I get up, take my kids to school, and drive to Sacramento. I wasn't supposed to drive. My surgeon found out about it. He cussed me out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because my arm is like this.
Mm-hmm.
I got the big sling thing with a ball in it. It's like, so I would take my kids to school, drive to Sacramento, go to school, come back, pick them up, go. I did that.
Dedication.
Yeah. So it's a trip. So it's like when I walked in the school that day, everybody was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." So then they took care of my little Momo and Ashley, my boy Bama, my boy Big Country, Big Shane. Because like what happened is like mise en place, everything in place. So everybody had to get their trade. So they had fixed my tray for me, and I sit in there and check this out. I really couldn't cook eggs. My wife was the egg cooker in the house. So I'm like this, and so we had an egg competition. And we won. I'm like this. I got one hand. I ain't lying. My wife I ain't lying. To this day, I was like,
need this one.
Yeah, we had an egg competition. Then we had breakfast.
Yeah,
so it's like only thing I could do was egg. No, this person, I couldn't really cut nothing. I just cracked the egg, and so we won. And so we won. My wife to this day she mad. Because she was an egg. She was like, you can't cook no egg. I don't know. I never cooked over easy eggs before. It was always just scrambled for me.
Right.
I fried hard.
Yeah.
Man,
Flicking the wrist, huh?
Flicking the wrist. So it just turned out beautiful. Then that happened. And then so when I got out of culinary school, I was just so excited. I ain't really know what to do. So I'm going to be a private chef. I don't want to work with nobody like that. And then I started.
That was one of my questions. Like, did you ever see yourself working at like a Ruth Chris Steakhouse or like being head chef or whatever at a so-and-so?
Nah, if I was younger, probably.
Got you.
But me, I kind of like to be mobile, and I kind of like to have I could have kind of like set my schedule.
It's your free time.
Yeah, I can move things around. Stuff. So I did that, and then man, I just ever since then, it just one thing led after another. And, just from social media, man. So he became my mentor. We like this, man. He got his restaurant, Plate of Pleasures in Atlanta. And that's my dog, man. But, he motivated me a lot. He gave me a lot of inspiration. And then, so, then started cooking for some rappers and, basketball players and just ordinary people.
Wow. So that's really what I want to dive in a little bit to something on my note. So what was it like, you know what I'm saying, cooking for the celebrities? Like and I know you will name drop them, but like what was it like your first one, and what was it like in general? You know what I'm saying? Who was your first celebrity you actually cooked for?
Who was that? It was, I think it was Sway Lee in him, I think.
Sway, I seen that Ray Shrimmer in there.
Yeah. So
what was that like? Because they
that was early, because that was when they were hot. I'm sure too. That
so it was a trip.
Crazy.
I met him in Atlanta. And Jimmy was like, man, we want to check it, eat a lot of junk food. They was a lot of junk food. So it was a trip. So Sway, Sway in the morning, me and him grew up with each other around the corner.
In Oakland.
Yeah, we used to walk to school together.
Yep.
And so his brother, his brother was like, his brother T. Cal, he was like, man, hey man, your boy coming, they got Sway Day. I see you at 5 a.m. at this. Okay, boom. Yeah. I'm gonna get you a pass. Go down there. And that's when I met Heather B.
Oh.
So we was there. We all went out to eat and everything. And so it was a Super Bowl. It was when Cam Newton was playing. Denver was playing. Yeah, Denver was playing Carolina.
Panthers. Yeah.
Interesting.
And so I'm at the house. I was like, man, Kwaz, what's going on, man? What you doing for Super Bowl, man? I was going to Costco. Man, nah. So you're doing for Super Bowl cookies. I need you to come to LA. I said, okay, I'll be there next week. No, I need you there tomorrow. Whoa. I said, huh? I said, yeah, man. They said they want to have a Super Bowl party. So I was like, okay. I drove down there, stayed at their house and cooked.
Yeah.
That's why I make Mike Will. I made all kind of people, man.
He made, Mike Will made it.
I made. I don't know if you know, dude that got jaw cures, the weed dude.
I'm a face guy, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I met him when he was first started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
And so I met them, and I cooked. And then next thing I came back home, I was like, "Damn, this shit was a trip. Just a house full of people."
What you make for one that? What was? Because did you come up with the dish or like the menu, or did they give you the menu and you made it?
Yeah. How does that usually work too?
So
like,
so
or for your, I know it's probably different for other chefs, but your way, how do you go about that?
That remember Formation came out?
Yeah.
Song Beyonce.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So Sway Lee helped wrote that.
Swear to God.
Yeah. Promise you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So me and his manager Migo, we was at the store. They didn't know she was gonna drop the song. She just dropped it. And the phone saw it. Everybody realized, I said, what's going on, man? They dropped the song. They didn't know either. So the menu was yeah, so it was like the menu was like, okay, this Super Bowl foods. I did like they wanted some spaghetti. I did spaghetti. I did like 4 different crab dishes, shrimp. I did I experimented. I did these fried ribs with a sauce. Man, I had a line down the street.
Like that for the fried ribs?
Man, Lord, man, I cooked it, man.
What kind of sauce?
I make a homemade sauce.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. So I fried some baby bacon. Hey, man.
Hey, I love how excited he is just talking about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that's the go for
it just put like this. I had some vegans eating that shit.
Wow.
That's how good it was.
Yeah.
Respect.
He was like, hey, chef, when the ribs come out, man, let me know. I was like, okay, yeah. So
now, how does that go as far as? I mean, you said you got 4 different types of crab. That's what stood out to me, and that sounds expensive. Who pays for that?
They do. I don't pay for no food.
Yeah, but hold on.
Okay.
I want to touch on something real quick, like the determination factor in yourself. Like, what does that mean for somebody? Not even just a high stature, just anybody to like your food. You know what I mean? Like when you're getting those reactions, like, chef, I need you to like. You're like, oh shit, okay, I'm down there doing it.
It'd be like, you know what? It's like you had to learn that I'm not cooking for myself. I'm cooking for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, prime example, like in Foundation 6, you do an externship in culinary school, right? So I did mine at the Waterfront Hotel in Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the grill. A lady wanted a filet mignon sandwich. I cooked it, like I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
She's cooking some more. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a $30 sandwich.
What you doing?
I cook it.
You throw some A1 sauce on there and
some more.
Right.
She said, I want it burnt.
What the fuck?
So the head chef, he pissed off because that's the quality meat.
Right.
He said, nuke the motherfucker then.
Yeah.
I put it in the microwave, sauce it up, put it in the bread, gave me a $20 tip. That was the best sandwich I ever had.
What?
So I learned you don't cook for yourself how you want. You got to cook for the people.
Say that.
How they want it.
She wanted a jerky filet mignon.
She wanted a hockey puck. She loved it.
Yeah,
she loved it.
She wanted a
hockey puck. She loved it.
Yeah,
and then so for me, it was like, I just, like, to your question, it's like, I'm like, okay. I'm like, because you take a chance. You don't know, because I might like you, might not like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So now I got some hitters. I said, okay, I'm going to cook this. Because a lot of people never had this. Like a fried grit cake. They're like, why you do that? Like, man, this grits? Yeah, it's a grit cake.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that, okay, with some crawfish and some catfish and a biscuit and just hook it up. This be like, okay. So I just learned different things. To me, I like stepping outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like so-called, like you see on Instagram, everybody doing macaroni, cheese, and steak. To me, that's boring.
Yep.
I want to cook some Asian food. I want to cook some Filipino food. Mm. I want to cook some Caribbean food. I want to cook different things.
You cook some Hispanic too?
Huh?
Cook some Hispanic food as well?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, like I had did a Fiesta style meatloaf.
Ooh.
My neighbor said, man, he said, man, what made you think of doing that? I said, man, everybody do tacos. I did a Fiesta style meatloaf.
Yeah.
I made a homemade red enchilada sauce and everything. Gave it to my neighbor. He loved it. He was like, I never thought of meatloaf like this.
He said he loved it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, lasagna and the cast iron skillet on the grill.
Ooh.
Stuff like that.
That's different.
Yeah.
Bro, I love me some lasagna.
Imagine that flavor.
With a little bit of sweet.
And then so from the grill, me cooking, and the wood had like a smoky, man, it was off the chain.
Man.
Wow.
Cheese melted perfectly. Everything, stuff like that. Thinking like I did.
I need an invitation.
Man.
I'm sorry.
We gotta do
I'm sorry.
Well, no, honestly, when we throw an event, Kwaz is
facts.
be there for sure.
Yeah,
we gotta throw a party.
Yeah, we do that. So I just like doing different things, man. And then to me, I can tell my kids, if you try it, If you don't like, you don't like. If it don't work, don't work. So I tell
Right.
my kids, try it once, man. Don't ever say what you don't like.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my daughter, like one of her favorite things, she loved potato pancakes from Trader Joe's.
Potato pancakes.
She love it. Yeah, that's what she
never
did.
heard of
Yeah. You know, it's like my kids, they'll go all day without eating in school. They won't eat the school lunches because they know it's trash.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Daddy, that's vegan? Like, yeah. Like I did an oyster mushroom sandwich. They thought it was chicken.
Oyster mushroom sandwich. Now, I want to visualize that. Can you explain that?
Your kids eat great, bro. I can only imagine.
I go to the Asian store. I do on Hammer Lane and get the oyster mushroom. And sometimes they be real big and clunky. Sometimes they be big, and I just cut it. So they be a big. I just cut it like kind of like strips.
Yep.
I make a batter. I fry it.
There we go.
And then boom. You ain't never had.
No, I never had that either.
That sounds good though.
I never
it's
had
almost
that.
like a po' boy in a sense.
Yeah, you can do it like that.
Hey, your kids for the rest of their life,
Set.
expectations on food is on another level.
How are you hungry?
can't, like,
Yeah,
on
they,
everything. Like,
my kids got a good palate, man.
they got a
Shout out
great
to the
palate, and
kids,
they
for
know
sure.
they know a palate when they see one. I'm
Yeah.
sure they do too, right?
Yeah, they know. Just like
Let's talk about this. Kwaz.
like I had that. That's the Alice Monroe sandwich.
Ooh,
And that's from vegan.
That cutting board is fire
vegan
too.
smoked bacon.
Yeah,
What is Kwaz? What is? Can we show the camera? I'm sorry.
Yeah, right there.
that right there.
Vegan smoked bacon.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing's, I'm assuming, a vegan. It's the whole vegan, right?
Yeah, the whole thing was vegan, man.
So what is it again? What is the bacon made out of?
It's I don't know the ingredients like off the hand, on top of my head, but it's like most like plants and proteins, and then so I like it because it had like a smoky flavor.
Yep.
And paprika.
Yep.
Also off the chain, man.
Texture though.
Yeah, texture's beautiful.
Okay, that's what I want.
That's the texture. Yeah, the texture is good, man.
That's what I
Like
wanna
and so
hear.
like I tell people like this right here. This is vegan. This is Impossible meatballs
Wow.
with some zucchini
Show
noodles.
them.
You know what I'm saying? With some pomegranate seeds on the side.
I'll actually eat that.
Yeah, you know what
I'll
I'm
eat
saying?
most of the ones that you've been showing.
Hey,
so
so
far.
like I say, you never know what you never know, man. Like like this is another vegan sandwich, chicken sandwich, man. Like matter of fact, Alice Monroe, she we follow each other on Instagram, man. It's like these right here, these jackfruit tacos.
I gotta go follow her too.
Jackfruit tacos.
Yeah,
Jackfruit tacos.
They look like Al Pastor.
Yeah, they look.
Jackfruit
I
tastes
see
like
you.
pork, man. Yeah.
Hey, Kwaz can cook, y'all. Y'all better go follow him on
Right
Instagram.
now, go follow him.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure. Go
Like,
book
right
him.
now.
Make sure his schedule is booked
Yes,
for
sir.
real.
Yes, sir. So it's just fun, man. I love it.
I want to dive into something, especially like with bringing up the kids and everything too. Your drive, your will, what you've done for your career. Like, how are you instilling that into them? And where did yours come from as well? You can get that too.
Great question.
Just, I guess being the only child, I had to do a lot of stuff for myself. And then it was like, I was always in the kitchen. So for me, it was, my mother always told me, do something that you love to do. And so I said, okay. So, we always get caught up in the corporate aspect of the world of working, but a lot of us people not happy.
Nope.
And so it was like,
Preach.
I said, man, you know what? It's going to be food or sports. And so for my kids, they inspired me to make the butter. My son,
Really?
my son's like, Dad, you should sell this. Anybody eat this. For real.
How'd you
Shout out to the son.
not sleeping that night, huh? Damn,
I
they're
was
thinking
like, you know
about
what I'm saying?
it.
Because I was making it at the house. Why ain't you tripping?
Right.
And so I get my orders. So my daughter, I'll make the butter. My daughter would check the orders, and my son would pack it and make sure everything right. They do it.
Oh,
I just make the butter. They do everything else.
Wow.
Everybody's really hands-on.
Yeah. So
family
I make
business.
it. I make it. My daughter, she put the labels on the boxes. My son checked the packets up, make sure everything. He tape out. They do everything. I just make the butters, man.
That's
respect,
lit, bro.
Yeah.
That's dope. What butters do you have?
I got the Caribbean jerk butter. I got the vegan. I got the mild. I got the pesto butter, and I got the vegan jerk butter.
Now, yeah, see, now what I'm saying, like, that vegan is really what setting me off. We talked about it earlier, but I just, people like don't understand. Like I said, when you go to vegan, like shout out to my partner that has his mom with it. But like, what is it? What is vegan? What is vegan butter though? Like for me, that I don't know. Like,
It has no dairy in it.
It has no dairy in it, meaning like
it's vegan. It's vegan
I was
butter.
telling them about Becky's garlic butter.
Let me grab one of
garlic
these.
butters.
Let me grab one of these.
So,
It's
I mean,
cashew milk.
You watch Becky do her garlic butters, no?
Yeah.
So like in that route,
Yeah, it's cashew milk, man.
Y'all see the vibes, man.
I'm on the pesto. I don't know about you. I am on the pesto going crazy.
Hey, see, look, I'm gonna tell you, look. This is look. Hold on. That's the rib.
Is that Spike? Who's?
That's not Spike Lee.
Oh,
That's the rib.
the vegan ribs?
No, my fried ribs.
The fried ribs.
The fried ribs. Yep.
Ooh. I need to have one of those, bro. I need that right after.
It just that, and then like I say, how social media like Shannon Sharp. One day I posted some food. He said, "Man, where you at?" He said, "Man, I'm gonna have you come down and cook." Okay, bet. Then the pandemic hit, right? Everything. So when I cooked for him, I was like, well, I couldn't believe it. I went down there, man. Went down to Beverly Hills,
man.
And he's like, "Yeah, I want you to come down here and cook, man, for me and my friend." Okay, I go down there. Met him. It's like we've been knowing each other for years, man. I'm in his house. We just sitting chopping up, watching the basketball game, and I cook. And it was a trip, right? So
chopping it up with Shannon Sharp.
Oh yeah, the Hall of Famer, 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Oh,
3-time Super Bowl champion.
Shout out Shannon Sharp.
Hey, so we was there, right? So like I was telling you earlier, how people like social media, like people always watch you never know. So they was like, I was asked, he was like, "What's your favorite thing to cook?" And he turned around, he said, lamb chops, oxtails. He knew everything, man. Everything I like to cook. He answered the question the person asked me.
Wow.
Things like that. Then I was on a Karen Hunter show. The next you know, somebody said, "I heard you on the Karen Hunter show. I want to fly you out." Okay, boom, let's do it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The Karen Hunter was like, Chef Kwaz, you doing all this food porn on Twitter. You better stop. So I said that, yeah. I said, and then what helped me out with the butter, I sent Heather B some. That's like my sister, man.
Heather B, yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, yo, she did a video, man. Like a 6-minute video.
Eating the food?
She was like, she dipped it in spaghetti. She said, "Oh my God, I thought I'm having a baby." And all that. And then Red Man loved it. She said, it was like, yeah, Red Man, Donnell Rollins got some.
So your food literally speaks for itself.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, like it was like, like when Donnell Rollins had it, Steven Jackson, the ex-ball player, he's like, yeah. And it's a trip.
Yeah, Steven Jackson.
We be missing each other. Yeah, Steven, because he's like, "Man, I need you to come cook." I'm like, "Man, it's 2:00. I can't get to LA in 30 minutes." There's a lot of my stuff out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Right, Steven Jackson, and he didn't have it, man. Who else, man?
But what I love about it though is like Chef Kwaz's energy bringing into the room. He's happy, bro. He's loving what he's doing. You know what I mean? Man. And like your personality too, like. What is personality and a private chef? How does that have to collide as well?
You gotta have one, man.
Because I feel like all these people. Yes, his food's great, but exactly,
but people say that. Prime example. The lady I'm going to Vegas. So she was having. This was last year. They Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. So Tampa Bay was playing the Cowboys, right? So they want to do a big party.
Yeah.
COVID kind of lifted. So,
this is back then. Okay.
Yeah, the last season.
Yeah. Okay.
And so. She said, "Hi, chef. I want an interview, talk to you." She said, "You're not the only chef I'm talking to." I said, "That's fine. I ain't tripping." So we got to talk, and she was like, "Man, yeah." She said, "I want you." She said, "Your energy." She was like, "We connected." Yeah. So we was on the phone. We talked about all kind of stuff. Your personality. She was like, everybody else was like, I get back to you or this and them kind of be, some people get on their high horse to be rude. I was like, man, let's do it.
Man.
Right.
So I went out there, man, spent the whole week with them, man. Loved it.
That's amazing, bro.
That's what opens up the doors, I feel like. Just that charisma that you bring, that real companion of being a people person. Yeah. Especially when you, like I said, they're inviting to your home. You going in there, you don't want just somebody just like in your kitchen that's not even trying to like humbly, hey, you need anything or how'd you like it or whatever it might be. I feel like you're always trying to be a service to whoever, that's inviting you.
Yeah. I mean, I got codes to houses, like, just like when I was in Vegas.
I got codes, the drops.
Vegas, like Marjan Bootchamp, number one draft pick for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes.
I cooked for him like for 4 days in Vegas, right?
That was...
And so, guess what? I stayed at the agent house. Man, this is the code. Boom, boom, boom. To the house. I got the code. So then, Summer League came this past summer. I said, I'm gonna take my son. My son want to be a hoop. He love basketball.
Nice.
And so I said, okay, I want to see. I want you to see the other end of it, the back end. I want you to see the behind the scenes.
There we go. I understand.
So Calvin, my boy Calvin, he an agent, because okay, we stayed at the house again. My son's like, "Daddy, you got the code to the house, and you got this." I was like, "Yeah, people trust." He said, "Man, he's like, he was just in awe." And he met them, and all of a sudden, we kicking them with Flavor Flav and cooking and eating. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Cool.
And then my son, he was like, I said, "I told you, man." I said, "See, man," I said, "A smile or a conversation go a long way.
Always.
Good morning go a long way."
Yeah.
You You know what I'm saying? Just walk around and just not saying that for what?
Right.
Especially in a negative world.
Yeah, but it takes more energy not to speak than to speak.
Right.
You know, and people don't realize that.
That is true.
You know, you'd be surprised how many times, it's a store in Charter Way, my Indian boo. He said, man, I got a black man haircut. And I go there with my kids, he give me free stuff. So I talk to him all the time. What's going on, man? Oh, how you doing, man? Oh, you okay? He be like, here, take some chips home to your kids.
Just because.
Just because. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta, it's too much negativity in the world for me to be like, man, you know what? I ain't gonna talk to you. I ain't gonna speak to him for what?
Right.
Y'all ain't do nothing to me.
We're standing right next to each other in line in this long ass line. We might as well get to know each other. At least know our names.
Man, hey, you be surprised. I'll be in the store. Hey, but how's your day going? They be like, fine. How yours? Oh, thanks for asking. And they just get to talking.
Right. Yeah. Nobody's asked me. Yeah.
Cause you gotta think about it, man. We all had the same stories, man. Just different names on it.
That's all it is.
If you realize it, man. Right. Everybody going through something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going through pain. Some type of pain. Whether it's mentally or physically or both.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why kick a person when they down? For what?
You
know what I'm saying?
This is a good morning already, bro. I'm feeling good this morning.
Private chef over here. You're getting a whole package when you book Chef Kwaz. Just know that.
So it's like I'm not a firm believer in that, man, because I mean, the karma come back on you. And the karma not only affect you, it affect your family too.
Everybody around you.
Exactly.
It's just contagious and shit. That's why they say try to feed them out because they are infectious. They will affect your energy.
Yeah, exactly, man.
What's been your most memorable moment, and what's been your most teachable moment in your culinary career so far?
My most memorable moment was we went to Lake Tahoe for Thanksgiving. And so I'm in the aisle, and so they said, "What you cooking for Thanksgiving?" I said, "I'm doing some lamb. You know, I'm not doing the turkey." She said, "How you cook lamb?" I was telling her. So a guy walked past, the grocery manager.
Son, do you like the turkey on Thanksgiving, or is that?
That's overrated.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I might have to go
overrated.
fuck with you on Thanksgiving. I ain't gonna lie.
That's overrated, man. So I'm talking to her. I'm giving her ideas, and the guy heard me. So he was a 2-star Michelin chef.
Oh,
wow.
And you don't get to meet them. Now, we saw videos in culinary school.
You don't get to meet them.
But it's not like you can meet a Michelin star chef.
Right.
And we talked in the aisle for like an hour and a half.
So, oh my God.
And my wife, she was like, you was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, and what he told me? He was like, man, simple always good. Simple is the best. He said, simple. He said, because you cook something so complex, if you make one mistake, it's hard to correct that dish. You got to start over.
Right.
Wow.
But if you do something, he said, man, simple and good. And he said, don't be afraid to step outside the box. And he said, just work on your knife skills. We chopped it up, man. And I couldn't believe it.
Good God.
I couldn't, so
Right.
so that was my most.
Work on your knife skills.
That was my most memorable moment meeting him.
Did you get to exchange any type of number?
Yeah.
Life contact type
thing.
thing.
Yeah. He still when I was in Lake Tahoe, we went last year I got in contact with him.
That's awesome.
So I think him, meeting Chef Aline, getting tips from him, like when I went down, he was like, man, look, whatever you do, stay in the kitchen, give them I said, so what's the do's and don't? He said, man, to stay in the kitchen, give them their space, this and that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you're going to be, they're going to try to set you up and see if you honest, legit. Shit, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I done walked in $10,000 right there. Hey man, come get this. This ain't mine. Or it's just come get this. This ain't mine. I'm not boo boo the food.
Right.
So literally I had a chair. I just sat in the kitchen, the TV right there. I just sat there, and so I just gained their trust. And so I think for that, I met my boy Chef Pena in Vegas. We cooked next door to Michael Jackson's old house in Old Vegas.
Wow.
You know the Synergy Sports? You heard the analytics?
Analytics?
Yeah, the dude that started Synergy Sports, his wife rented out a house in Old Vegas. She spent like $50,000 for a whole week. And we did a party. The house had like a bowling alley, a club, and stuff. So
The house.
I know
Michael
you
Jackson
working.
house right next door.
I know you working. Are you enjoying this too, though?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah,
that's
and
amazing,
then,
bro.
And then just to conversate with people, man, they be like, oh, that's how you do that. I never knew that. That's what I'm doing wrong with. This, how just stuff like that all the time, man.
Right.
So and then my teachable moment, I think, is for me. I think just showing my kids that, you it's never too late to follow your dreams or your goals and go with your heart, and don't let nobody tell you what you can't do.
Yeah.
We don't say no, no, we can't in my house, man. No, I don't believe in that. And so just teaching them, and they seeing me and excitement, they motivate me. Like, Daddy, man, go here, do this. I think you should do this. You know what you should do? Oh, for real? Let's try that. Oh, okay, bam.
Yeah.
So to be honest, my kids really motivate me. They push me, and they always say, okay, Daddy, because I get in there like, Daddy, nah, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, why that? And then they say, why? Then okay. And then they like, yeah. So like that, my butters came from a lot from them. I was doing it at the house.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, I love that you're able to at least, you're not one of you are passionate in your field. You still are a father, but I like how you're able to you work and you listen and you absorb the messages that your children are actually, trying to put out to you as well.
Exactly,
you're not like shunned, stuck in your ways and certain.
Oh no, you can't, man.
I love it.
Because like if you get stuck in your ways, you can't. How can you grow?
Correct.
I'm all about evolution, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about just trying different things, man. I'm just, I'm all about evolution, man. So if I can't learn to grow, I learn something from you, I don't want to be around you,
If you can drop one little piece of knowledge from yourself for anybody that is wanting to dip into, I like to cook all the time. So I just want to know if you can give anybody a tip. So it's like, if you can give us a tip,
just one that can
just little bits
that can coincide to all of them, I guess you could say.
As far as like, I
already learned a lot. I mean, I gotta cut evenly. I gotta cut evenly. Like making
sure. To me, a tip, I'll be like, don't be afraid to step outside the box. Don't be afraid to try something new. You know what I mean? Don't get stuck doing the same thing. If you cook and use use avocado oil. Invest in your food. Invest in your food. So don't use no canola oil. That's GMO. Canola oil is genetically modified. That's trash. You get jalapeno oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And get you some good pans. And then people say, if you could buy some weed and buy some Hennessy, you could buy some good quality food, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Because the Hennessy ain't doing it. It's good, but it's like it's a depressant. It ain't doing nothing for you. This food is gonna preserve your life and it's make you feel better.
Right.
So I just say just invest. Just have fun with it, and don't be afraid to try something new. And and then a tip me. It's like, stop eating all this junk food, man. Like In-N-Out trash. Man.
Yeah.
In-N-Out they use the worst oil ever, cottonseed oil.
Cottonseed? I didn't even know that. I would have never known that.
It's trash.
Okay.
And then like if you drive down to LA, if you get past Fresno, all them cows at right there, and I think it was King.
I just passed by.
Oh yeah, that's In-N-Out. That's what you eat. All them shitty ass cows laying on top of each other. That's what you eat.
I know what you're talking about.
That smelling when you roll through.
Off I-5 or off 99?
That's 5.
Yeah,
yes,
I know exactly what you're fucking talking about, bro.
Yep.
I just passed it last night.
That's what you eating.
Oh my god.
That's your double. That's your animal style right there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
and then too, I took
yeah.
Wow. You going off-road,
For real.
Hey, but and then too, I say eat more vegetables. I mean vegetables. I think everybody like vegetables. Just pick and choose what you like to eat. Yeah. It's not that hard, man.
Wow.
Yeah, 4x4. I was like, man.
No, vegetables.
And just have fun and then just explore. Because food is, like I say, food is powerful.
It is.
And then it's a good thing, for me. But but like I say, man, then like I say, don't, and like for me, transition to a vegan lifestyle is like I'm teaching my kids, okay, look, this is what I'm doing, but you don't have to do it, but I want you to have the information and knowledge that what is what, so you can make your own decisions.
Right.
So like I said, they go to school. My son,
not easily influenced at that point.
Yeah, my son, he might eat a burrito here, but he's like, man, I'm not eating that. Why eat that? I'm not eating no green ham. I'm not eating this. My daughter, I'm not eating that. You know, I said, well, fix your lunch. Sometimes they take the lunch to school, sometimes they don't. You know, but just the fact that, you know, I just want to expose them to, I know people like, they take their kids out, oh, y'all can't eat this. Man, if I can't eat it, they can't eat it. That's how I look at it.
Say that.
So if my daughter wants some escargot, you want some, go ahead and eat it. I ain't tripping. You like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you want some crab or you want this? I never tell my kids no.
Man.
Yeah. Because then, you know why? Because then, think about it. How many people y'all know, male or female, that was told they was restricted growing up, but then they meet somebody and they show them the stuff they were trying to get when they was younger and they in love and
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
right.
no, yeah.
Yeah, so you got kids, man, let your kid, man, expose your kids to everything, man. Cause I teach my kids, you want a woman and man for companionship. You gonna know how to cook your own food, wash your own clothes, clean your own house, make your own money.
Right.
You want the opposite sex or whatever for your companionship.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want, she cooked. No, you gonna know how to cook on your own. What happens? She ain't there. Then what? You gonna starve?
Say
you
that.
know what
Come
I'm saying?
You know how to
bro.
cook, yeah.
Hey, I just gotta say this right now, Kwaz. This is not the only content we got. We gotta go to his kitchen or a kitchen, set up some shit, bro. We get to have him cook for us. We do some dope ass content.
We could get some content
No,
like that.
we gotta like for real. We gotta set
for
that shit
sure.
up. Like, damn near do a part 2 interview while you're doing it. Like we'll talk about all that shit.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
cook together.
That'd be
would be
lit.
We could cook together.
That
I
would
cook
be-
all them ribs, man.
Thank you,
Hey,
Kwaz.
we could do that. Then I cook y'all some vegan food. I make you an oyster fried sandwich. You gonna be like, okay.
Okay,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah,
Kwaz,
that's
bro.
the transition that I
Thank you.
need.
Thank you
Yeah,
for pulling
for
up,
sure.
bro, man.
That's
Thank you so much, for real.
One, before I get out of here, I really want to know, because like I said, I've been following you for years, Kwaz. Top 5 chefs. Top 5 chefs that inspire you, you've look up to, you know, anything. Top 5 chefs. I was gonna say 3, but yeah.
I would say G. Garvin. G. Garvin. I like Sonny Anderson.
I'm gonna go check out some of these guys.
That inspire me or I look up to or just
in general.
Inspire, look up to, and just, you know, that you connect with type thing. Just top 5 chefs, technically.
okay, then I would say Chef Aline, my boy Chef Travis Pena. He
Shout
dope.
out.
He was raw.
Shout
he
out.
raw. He nice.
Nice.
I probably I like Bobby Flay.
I was just literally finna say, you're not gonna say Bobby
Yeah,
Flay?
I like Bobby Flay, what he stand for.
Gordon?
I like Alton,
Alton,
yeah,
yep.
Alton, because he break it
Alton's
down.
old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I like how he checked that. I don't know if you noticed, they had the Iron Chef came back kind of like, and so they was doing Korean fried chicken, and the Korean girl was trying to take all the credit. He said no, the Koreans learned how to cook fried chicken from the black soldiers in the Korean War.
Alton knows.
Yeah, he know Alton raw.
Mm-hmm.
So he put her in check. She was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I respect Alton for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, often, yeah.
For the culture.
Yeah, for sure. And then, I wish I could have learned and met from Rufus Porter.
Oh, wow. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, he's the first, Rufus East, I'm sorry. He had the first culinary cookbook of black dude in the 1900s, yeah.
Wow.
I got his cookbook.
That's tight.
Rufus Eats.
Eats.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy to remember.
And so in his book, he said always have a salad with it.
With your meal, you're saying?
Yeah, every meal have a salad.
That's your
Because you got to think, right? In some parts of Europe, you eat your salad last because they believe it cleans your food, what you eat.
Heard about that.
You know what I'm saying? And so and then you learn like sushi, everybody think it came from Japan, no, it's from China. They stole it. Sushi means rice. Y'all just paying all the money for rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japan stole it from China.
Wow.
Yeah, so sushi is rice.
See, knowledge. Didn't know that.
And like a real sushi cook, they gotta learn how to cook rice for years. If the rice is off, it's gone.
The rice has to be perfect.
Yeah,
that's
perfect.
the most important.
Yeah, and then just like Cajun came from Canada, and they came down the Mississippi River and they settled in New Orleans and Louisiana. Everybody think Cajun. No, Cajun started up there, up top,
Canada,
and came down. Yeah.
See, now I can sit there and talk. Now I see why he's in the supermarket with the chef for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
because he was really giving you knowledge. Now this is like you. I'm mini me type thing. I could talk to you all day about this type of stuff.
You know what I'm saying? And so then I got food. Like prime example out here, right? Why we got Atlantic salmon in the West Coast? We got the Pacific Ocean. So how fresh is that when it comes from the East Coast? The Atlantic Ocean is where between Europe and
New York.
East Coast, right?
Wow.
We got the Pacific Ocean and you got Alaska, right?
Right.
Why we got Atlantic salmon way in California? How fresh is that?
That's true.
And it's farm raised in the fish tank. And it add color to us. Why you gonna eat something that
Add color.
Yeah, add color.
That's
real talk.
That's like putting the what they do for weed now. You know how they're doing that with all the
next time you go
smoking?
to a store, you gonna it's like rainbow trout in the stores like this. It'll say
God
color
damn.
added. I didn't call
God
rainbow trout
damn.
like Amador. It's not dark.
It's not dark.
No, salmon is not like that. You look at the salmon and say add color to it.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
farm raised. Like everybody, they eat, like basa and sway and all that. That's Vietnamese catfish. It's a bottom feeder.
that. By Son Sway.
Yeah.
See, no,
Yeah, so like sway and basa is the same thing. It's a Vietnamese catfish, man.
okay. I didn't know
Read
that.
your labels, bro. Read your
Yeah,
labels
you
in
know
the
what I'm saying?
stores.
You know what I'm saying?
Pay attention.
So on that, I just tell people, man, you gotta. It's easy. Man, I tell people, I said, man, if y'all could be on social media for an hour, looking at nothing that ain't impacting your life, you could take 5 or 10 minutes to read the label of what you put in your body.
That's the truth.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying?
And if you don't understand the label, you might want to put it back.
Man.
And then I'm gonna tell you,
leave
app
it
y'all
at
should
that.
get. Y'all should get an app called Food a Cake.
Food a cake.
Yeah, FOODUCATE.
Thank you.
And what you do is you scan the label and they give it a grade from A to F.
Ooh,
And so it might be a B or a C plus. It is say on the bottom.
I'm
Show
downloading
you,
that right
show
after
you,
this.
show you other healthy alternatives. You press that, it'll show you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
So a lot of stuff you think is good for you is not good sometimes for you.
That's
A lot of stuff that has a lot of sugar, like Gatorade, like Body Armor. Body Armor ain't nothing but sugar. If you look at the label, it say like 35 grams of sugar,
sodium,
and
yeah.
then it got 40 grams of added sugar.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A lot of stuff has. So think about it. So out of one drink, you got your whole sugar and takes your half of one day off that one Body Armor. It's trash.
That's not good for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they giving it to athletes and promoting
Yeah,
Be
it.
healthy,
exactly.
bro. Let's
Yeah.
be,
You know what I'm
especially
saying?
if
And
you're an
you gotta
athlete.
think juice got more sugar than a 2-liter soda.
What would be an alternative consumption if you want to drink something
Water.
like that? Other than
Water.
I mean,
Only
yeah, that's
water.
true. That is
I
true.
drunk a quart already.
In the whole, yeah.
I'm drinking half a gallon of water at least a day.
Have to.
Half a gallon.
Got
Yeah,
it.
this-
Cheers to the
yeah,
water.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I got a
32
water
ounces,
bottle.
man. He got the little
Yeah,
wee over
that's
there.
it. I'm trying over here. No, I'm capping. But if,
for real, man.
last
Honestly.
one I got. What's next from Kwaz, if you can?
Future
Future-wise. We got the jerk butter. We got,
I'm contemplating working on some beef jerky.
ooh.
I got the machine at the house, so I'm playing around with that. And just trying to get my stuff in more stores, man. Working on Berkeley Bowl West. I got it in San Francisco, Filati Foods. Got it in Co-op in Sacramento, Co-op, and I work Co-op on Davis is on board. I got it. I'm trying to get it in the store in St. Lucia because somebody bought it from St. Lucia. They working on some stuff for me for that. Hy-Vee in Missouri. So we're trying to now it's getting easier because when COVID, there's so many restrictions.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really do no demos in the stores and the assurances things. So now stuff is starting to open up. So just that, man, just expand and just grow and just travel and like I say, just satisfying your pleasure one plate at a time, man.
Hell yeah.
That's all I wanna
One
do.
plate at a time. I love it, bro. Let's expand the brand.
If y'all see any of
Ooh,
these,
I cannot wait to get a meal from Shit Cars, bro. We're tapped in now, bro.
Oh yeah, for
Pick it
sure,
up,
for
we
sure.
are
put it in
tapped
the
in.
cart and take it home with you. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying?
tapped
Support
in.
your locals. Kwaz is somebody that, you know what I'm saying, once y'all realize and y'all got this far in the podcast, y'all understand this is a great individual that y'all should be supporting.
Facts.
So go grab y'all some jerk butter. You know what I'm saying? If you want the vegan one, get the vegan one.
Oh yeah, vegan love it.
If you want the hot Caribbean, get the hot Caribbean.
Yeah.
If you want the pesto, get the pesto. We got options.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man.
Signing out this thing, man.
Hell yeah. We
already
appreciate y'all. Follow, like, comment, subscribe. Made this far. You already know what it is.
Please hit that subscribe button. It's your boy JG, y'all.
You already know it's Jay Jonah.
And then we got
Chef Kwaz, baby.
Man, go support y'all. It's blowing smoke.
Hell yeah.
This a raw